Hi there and welcome back. My name is Mina Sabzian. I'm a graphic designer and today we are going to learn together what is a typography. I have a video on typography, but it's a little bit shorter than this video, but it's very complete definition and example. And we are going to see what is typography, what is typefaces, what is serif and sans serif, which style they have, what is line spacing, letter spacing, font spacing, and so on. In this lesson, we are going to learn a lot together, so please have patience and come with me. So now we are going to see what is the typography, what is the definition of it. Typography is the art of arranging letter and text in a way that makes the copy legible, clear, and visually appealing to the reader. Typography involves font, style, appearance, and structure which aim to elicit certain emotions and convey a specific message. With the help of typography, a designer always has some intention to do. For example, here I have made this paragraph with one big headline and a small headline and body text, and they are having different typefaces because they are going to show different intention of this design they have. Typefaces has different categories. The first category is serif, second is sans serif, third one is a slab serif, a script, or decorative. After understanding what is a typography, and typography is a process of working with the font, with the style, with the appearance of the font, type key, that which together they are making the term of typography. Now we are going to see what is the typefaces. Here we can, I'm just saying that what is the typeface? Typeface is a design of lettering that can include variation in size, weight, slope, width, and so on. Each of these variations of the typeface is a font. There are 1,000 of different typefaces in existence, with new ones being developed constantly. If I want to talk about the typefaces, they are having two categories. I have to open here. The typefaces are serif and sans serif. Serif is which is very important here, that I want to show that what is the difference between serif and sans serif. Serif has here for the I or L some leg they have, but in sans serif we are not having this kind of leg which is here I'm mentioning here. They don't have it. Serif font is very good for headline, and sans serif is very good for text and body text or blog or website, which the text is the most there, because they are so good and very legible for reading. Now we are going to see which kind of style serif font has. Serif font has 3 styles, which I'm calling here old style, modern style, and slab. Old style is from serif, and by itself has 3 styles. These old styles, which they are very good for traditional, classic style. They are very good for print and good for paragraph, text, and blog. Modern serif is another type of serif font, which it has by itself 3 different styles, which is onyx, bodoni, didot, which modern serif, if I want to show completely, This leg is flat, but the serif by itself is a curvy way of this kind of leg, and two of these legs, they are different. One of is thick and another one is very thin. They are very good for they are useful for fashion magazine cover, or headlines, luxury things, and which it's showing the more fashionable style, but they are not good for long text. Another style of serif is a slab. Slab by itself has three another style: Rockwell, Josephine slab, and Roboto slab, which if I want to show it, is you can see here Rockwell or Josephine Sands and Roboto. Slab is very good for mechanical aspects because it looks very strong, and in personality they are very disciplined. So when for example, when you want to make some advertisement for airlines, which wants to show that is very well organized, or very well designed, or very well disciplined, and very strong engine it has, maybe it's very good to use a slab in this in your design. As we said, sans serif family has different style. Different style of sans serif is grotesque, geometric, and humanistic. What is on different style of these sans serif, which I have written here? They are having so difficult names, and just it's better to know the example of them. And it's the grotesque, the oldest one, is that includes News Gothic, Franklin Gothic, and more. And the Helvetica and Arial are example of this style of sans serif. For humanistic, that is even more in future, Gilt Sans is an example or for humanistic, and for geometric, they are based on the geometric shapes, and Futura is example of this style. Here that you can see that how they are looking, this style. Grotesque is look like this, geometric, and humanistic, they will look like this. They don't have any legs, and they can be useful for modern design. But what is very important in sans serif typefaces, and they are so useful, especially for long paragraph and small paragraph, for blog, and in Medium, and many of platform which they are using a lot for text. They are very useful. If you see here, but what the intention of using of these font is, in many aspects and in different contexts, especially in modern world, when you want to make some design in modern and classic form, for example, for interior design, for healthy food, for example, for something which look modern and doesn't need some very strong legs and strong personality. The next category which we are going to speak about is display or decorative. These category, they are sometimes used just for headline. They are not good for using in text and long body text or blog or something like this. If you want to decorate something which is unique and and of course, it should be related to your context of your design. The typefaces of decorative or display is Bragado, Sio, Chalk, Duster, and Metropolis, in which you can see that I have downloaded these fonts and I have used it here to see it, how they are looking, and if you want in your design in different contexts, you can know how they are looking and you can use them. The last category of typography is script, and as you can see here that the script is like handwriting. Something is it can be a style, can be formal or casual. And typefaces which this script has is Edwardian script, brush script, and quickly. As you can see, they are in their own typefaces. They are very good for headline, but they are not good for paragraph or body text, or sometimes for feminine look, romance, positive energy. When you are having some different kind of context of design in this way, you can use these kind of typefaces. Another important thing is the space between the lines. Here we are seeing 3 examples of the paragraph, which at the first here, I have to just demonstrate here. Here you can see that this area, they are all empty and they are looking not great. And in this example, we can see a lot of words here. They are tied together and they don't have any space between, and it is very difficult to read it. But in another one, the third example which we are having, we can see here, they are very good at the font size and for the line space also. I have by myself, I think that I have given this format for mathematics, but I'm not so good for mathematics. The size of the font is 30, and I'm multiplying of 1.5 equal to 45, which you can see here. And when according to this formula, you are giving the line space to your paragraph, it will look very good and great. But it cannot be a fixed formula, because the font size and font typeface, when they are going to be different, maybe they will behave different also. So it's better always to see and to check and play around with the spacing to see which one is working better for you. So, but what is obvious here, there's so much space between the lines, or so tight here, it's not looking good and great, and it's not legible, because the intention of the text is that you are going to inform or give some message to your reader or your visitor. Then it should be legible and readable. For that matter, sometimes this formula can help to choose better line spacing. Now we are going to speak about letter spacing. Letter spacing is an attribute that we use it to change the use of the font. For example, it's better to speak with the example because it can demonstrate better. Here you can see the Gravity is the name of the Bollywood movie. And you can see that even they have written in this way. The designer of this Gravity title wants to show some tension in this design. If for example, he was written in this way, Gravity, okay, we would have understand the movie name is Gravity, but it doesn't have any design or something great in that. Just by giving the space between the letter, which called panorama, and the designer made it something great. And another things which is very important to tighten the letter spacing. Always it's not working well. Sometimes the tightening the letter spacing is working better. If we are, for example, if we are having one headline which has not, it doesn't have enough room for representing, I think it's better to tighten the letter spacing between these letter, and these here, the shorten and tighten letter spacing sometimes also working better. You will come to know when you are going to design in different terms and contexts. You will come to know that which kind of letter spacing is more useful for you. More space letter spacing or less letter spacing. Another term that we are going to learn it is font pairing. It's very important to know that's how we can pair the font together and use in our design. Maximum font which we are using for our project is just 2, and they have to look different from each other, and they shouldn't look similar. If we are using more than 2 typefaces in our design, it will look more overwhelming, and it doesn't look so good. So and if you are using the similar font also, they are same, and they don't have any differentiation. So it's better to choose different fonts and different size to look better. Here, as you can see, that I have two, three category here that, for example, I have bring for you that they are playing together very good, especially in modern and classic design. The headline and paragraph, sometimes I'm using Open Sans with the paragraph Playfair. Sometimes Poppins with Open Sans, and sometimes Proxima Nova Soft with Lato. As you can see, they are all, if I have opened the property here, you can see the Open Sans here. It's 36. Playfair. I'm not always pronouncing this, because of that sometimes I have problem for pronunciation. Sorry for that. Playfair here also is 36. Poppins 36. They are all 36 pixel, but they are looking a little bit different. For that matter, you should whenever you are using them, they are having different style and a different size for your font. You have to use them. Just be aware of them. After talking about the definition of typography, typefaces, serif and sans serif, and their styles and other things which we have gone through it, now is the time to see how we can find the font. It's very important. So I'm here in Firefox. Then there are many resources on the internet. First of all, I'm going to talk about the free websites like Dafont. As you can see here are so many categories. You can see them, go through it, choose them, and to see that which one is working for you. But according to me, Dafont or other websites which they are free, they are not good choice, because many designers are using these same font typefaces, and maybe is not good for our especially paid project. And many other websites which you can go through internet and write down font free download, and many things is coming up. Another one which I want to speak about, that is a paid website, which is My Fonts. Here you can see the category are here, and you can just write your font which you want, or go through the category and see which one is good for you, but is paid, and believe me, for font family it will cost a lot, and licensing and everything. And so this is also one option here, and you can go through it and check it how it is. Another one is based on subscription, like Adobe Font, which is based on your Creative Cloud subscription for your Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever, like InDesign, Premiere, and so on. And not the best thing which I'm going always there, and I'm feeling very good in that, because it's not we are not going to pay for that. It's free. It's not covering all the font face here, but the many good fonts we can find here. I want to talk that how we can find a font here for ourselves, but it has own structure and how we can use it. If you know the name of the typeface, you can write it here, and easily you can download this. It's free. And here you can write your custom text, for example, your headline, or something which you are going to write in your text or body text. Then here is the category. You can see here serif, sans serif, display, handwriting, and monospace. You can enable all of them, or one of them is up to you, or you can easily reset them like this. And the language, in which language you are searching for your typefaces, and is here properties. You can, if for example you want to see the thickness, more bulky font you want, you can increase or decrease the thickness here, or slant, width, and so on. But now I don't want to do it. In my case, I have written here one title, Funny Play for Children. For example, we are thinking that is a website or mobile application which is about the children, and I want to choose a font for that. In this case, I'm going to off these three categories, because I'm thinking that in two category maybe I can find better font typeface. I'm going to see how they are looking. For example, square peg, I'm coming here to see is just one style. I'm going to here and about. I'm going to read it. What is about it? Here is written that it has written a style lends itself to situation that require playful and casual themes. When it's coming the word playful, it means that it can be good and suitable for children website. And so I'm going to use, for example, a square peg for this children website. And I'm coming back here, I'm pressing it, and here you can see that download family. I think that is family. Yes, but I have to download it. You can just simply hit it, and the file is coming here, and you are able to download it. I have it, but I don't want to download it again and again. The next example is, for example, I want to design a website for a feminine look or feminine vibe. So I'm writing here some headline. For example, something is in my mind, wind in my hair, and I'm going and I'm looking for the category. Also, I can add all category here to have more option here. I'm writing shadow. Yes, shadow into light. The name of this font is shadow into light, and I'm going here and see here about. I'm going to read. This clean, neat handwriting font has a feminine feel. You can see here that is exactly what I want, because it has nice rounded edge and curves which can be represented by feminine look. It's perfect for adding personalized touch of your project. So then it is another example which you can see how we can choose the font for our different contexts of design. Another example, for example, I want to design a website for the vintage car. So I'm writing here some text here like vintage cars. And I know the name of the font, the categories all are here. And yes, I'm writing special, yes, special elite. You can see here, I'm going to read, seeing what he's saying. That is reminding here. Yes, here we can see that it gives us a little old school along fable work together to give you vintage handwriting typeface for your website or design. You can see the word of vintage is here, is looking old and vintage. So now we came to know that how we can use the Google Fonts is very good and very useful website, and it can work very well for your project. Another things which I want to mention that is another extension on Chrome or Firefox, whatever browser you are going to use, is an extension that you can download. It is not free, just for a little font you can just find on the website, but if you want to pay for that also, you can pay for that. But it's good to know that some extension like this, which name is Font Face Ninja, you are coming to here and adds on and themes, which I'm here and going to extension, and here you're writing the name of your extension and it can refer you to this page. But I have downloaded it and I'm using here. You can see the icon is here. For example, I'm going to so for example, I'm going and I'm writing Facebook and it's open here. I'm not logging, so I'm going to open this extension. You can see here all the font which is here is written here. You can see it. For example, what is the font here, how many font is used here. It's very good extension for if you want to explore another websites, and many websites you are going and you are seeing that they have very beautiful typefaces, but you don't know how to understand and how to find out which typefaces they are. So you can download this extension. At least I think that 19 fonts are free, and rest of that you have to pay a little of amount for this. Now we are going to talk about the typefaces, which kind of differentiation they have. They are like clothes. So when you are going to, for example, you want to go for a formal ceremony or invitation, you are not able to wear a casual and very comfortable clothes. It needs own formality, and it needs that you should be very elegant and very neat. So for font and typefaces is the same. For some situation, for example, in this situation is this PO is made by myself. It's my artwork, and it's made for children. And we talk about how we can find the font for children, and we have to find the font which can represent the feeling of the cartoon or childish form that is made for children. Here I'm not able to use the serif fonts, which has the straight line and with legs and very strong personality. So here we can use just the font which you can see here, Po or Winnie, which can show the childish and funny and playful and pleasant situation. In another example here, you can see again, this is made by myself. That's a horror forest, and the picture by itself is cold and blue, and it's showing the fear atmosphere, and the font also should show this kind of feeling. Here I'm not able to use the Winnie Pooh typefaces for here, because by yourself you will feel funny, and it's not going to give you the tension and the fear of which, for example, you can imagine yourself at the night in this forest, which is cold and dark and very bluish atmosphere, and you're going to scare here. So this Winnie Pooh typeface can't work in these examples. Another example here is the feminine look and the feeling of the food, or this is the cover for one cook book, which is made by a woman, and you want to show that everything is delicious, is very gorgeous, and you're feeling you can see the colorful of these pictures which I have used here, and the style is also curvaceous. We talk about the feminine vibe, and feminine feels that it should look curved and not straight legs and so on. Another example which I can show here is the cover of a magazine. It's one work of myself, and you can see the name, for example, is Success Magazine. I have used here the font which has very strong personality and bold and bulky shape to show that it needs so much effort and so much work to being successful and so on. Here I'm not able to use horror font for these success headline here is not suitable. When it's coming to example, it's very easily to understand that yes, we have to choose the right font which can represent the personality of our context of design. In another example, also we can see the Super Bowl Sunday is again something playful and joyful playing of Americans play or soccer. I don't know really what they call, but I think that is soccer maybe. And it should show it is feeling of movement, which I have chosen these fonts to be in different position to show the movement of the this match. So here again, I'm not able to use horror font typeface here because we are not going for a match to scare. We are going to enjoy and have a playful moment here. Another example which you can see here is the cover of one book, which is made by myself, and I used again here is for the for example, is for old time. It's representing for 1800 century, for example, but it wants to show a kind of secret in that also, because the name is the Secret of Garden, the Garden of Secrets. So I used the very bulky and thick typeface here, and I use bevel and emboss also in Photoshop. So we can see when you're looking at the atmosphere also, which I made here dark and here bright, some kind of what is going on here is with the good example of the typefaces here, you can feel these secret behind these book. When you are going to buy it, you will easily feel that yes, here is some kind of secret, and also vintage here because it's looking a little bit old. But if I use, for example, again is Winnie Pooh, these typeface for this book cover here, you will easily feel that it's like a book for child or a comedy, and is not giving you the attention that some secret in this book is there, and I'm going to read some secret things in these books. So we have seen the different examples for different typefaces, which they can demonstrate that we need exact typeface which can show the exact personality of your context of your design. So we have to have patience always before using or any typefaces. We have to go through internet, search for their sign, for example we sign, or funny, comedy, feminine, masculine, and so on. And we can see what is on internet, what we can find them with the help of some extension which I have mentioned, like Ninja, font face Ninja. We can go through it and find to see which typefaces is there, and we can use in our design also. So using typeface is very important. Just have patience and do research and choose the right one for your artwork. We reached to the end of this lesson. I wish that you learn something from this video and you're going to use these techniques in your design. If I had some mistakes in pronunciation of typefaces, please excuse me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you learn something from this video, please press the like button and subscribe me, and hit the bell button for upcoming video. You are going to be informed, and this can help me and understand that you are liking this way of teaching. Thank you so much for being with me, and see you in next time. Bye.